Welcome back, race fans, and we are back at Talladega with the Masters of the High Banks, and we are in the Xfinity cars. Kevin, how we doing on this late, borderline early Sunday morning?
Man, look, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a little tired, but I think one thing that's gonna wake me up is how exciting the racing is here with the Masters of the High Banks. I'm super excited for this one. I like the Xfinity cars. I'll be the first to admit it. I think they're very fun, and I'm really excited to see how this one unfolds.
And I'd have to agree with you, Kevin. And we're in for a treat out here. I'm currently reading 29 cars on the track. I don't know how accurate that is. I'm sure we have an RC in here and stuff as well, but I know we both got the copy of the grid, Kevin. If you want to go and take that thing away, we got about, like I said, about 28, 29 drivers out here.
Yeah, and just how about on your pole tonight, Garrett Maines? I mean, no surprise there, as he's always putting up fast laps out here at these super speedways. And on his outside is going to be your last pole sitter from the previous race, Nathan Harper. A little bit of misfortune there at the end, but a good race for him as far as speed goes. Wyatt Gray and Caden Diedrich is going to be on your second row. Cody Nagels, who won last race, and Trevor Aswinoff on the third row. Brian Hennings and Sean Corbett, Adam Kilday and Freddie Bastinez, Rocky Boyd and Michael Barksdale, Stephen Miles and Tim White, John Darnell and Chris Carter, who might be a little intoxicated, Quentin Steinbach and Corey Wright, Daniel Falkingham and Kyler Wynn, John Ward and Mark Person, Kenny Reel and Chris Walker, Josh McCullough and Joey Allen, Steven Scott and Tyler Vickery, and rounding out your 29 car field is going to be Mark Vondell.
And what a, like we were talking about last race with Jimmy, Kevin, what a wide range of drivers out here in terms of skill set. I mean, I'm looking at just the safety ratings, I ratings. They're all very spread out, I gotta say, and it's very, very entertaining to see these guys being able to hold out these four wides back in the truck series we just saw a couple hours ago. You think we're going to see more of that, or do you think we're going to see maybe a different style of racing than what we saw just a little bit ago?
Yeah, I think it plays different as far as how the vehicles are going to perform. But I think the idea of these guys wanting to go 3-4 wide isn't going to change at all. I think these guys are going to get out there quickly and they're going to start putting up some, very stacked up lap times or very stacked up laps, and just they're going to race each other to the max. There's no doubt in my mind.
And we're going to have to wait and see out here as the pace car is making its way in out here for the first time of the evening in the Xfinity series. They're getting ready to go across the tri-oval here for the first time, approaching the Geico restart. And we are green, ladies and gentlemen. Flags waving out here, and it's Garrett Maines with the jump.
Yeah, here we go. Garrett Maines with a good launch on Nathan Harper, but they're side by side going into turn one. And we are racing here with the Masters of the High Banks in our second race of the night.
And off they go, getting up through the gears, getting these things up to speed. Saw a little bit of three wide stacking up back there near 11th place, but they seem to sort of back out. So just get us off the start, but outside line's getting some speed right now. That's led by Nathan Harper in that Dallas scheme. I know you're not the biggest Dallas Cowboys fan, Kevin.
Not the biggest. But regardless, Nathan Harper going to take the lead now as he's going to try to control some of this race. He's getting pushed by Garrett Maines on that inside line. He's getting pushed by, I think this would be Gray as well down there. Might be wrong on that. But
a little bit of three wide action going on. They're already looking at that third line there at the start of lap 2. Third line. Some momentum.
Yep. It's already coming.
No surprise there with the Masters of the High Banks. We saw it a lot last race. A little bit of four. I mean, I don't want to say even a little bit. It was a decent amount of four wide racing back there in the last race in the trucks. So I mean, you guys are no stranger to that three wide and possibly even four wide racing out here at Talladega.
Side by side, Garrett Maines and Nathan Harper, 3 laps in. Your top 10 remains Harper, Gray, Dietrich, Nagels, Asmanoff, Hennings, Bassinez, Kilday, and Boyd. Garrett Maines into turn 1 and 2 right now. He still has the lead out here. But that third lane is coming, and it's led by Freddie Bassinez, who has a very fast run up there as he's being pushed by Boyd. Yeah, they both drop into at least the second. They're going to stay 2 right now. It's going to be Freddie Bassinez and Rocky Boyd. They drop down to 1, and that's a good transfer for both of them. Yeah, he's giving pushes to Trevor Asmanoff right now, trying to get himself into victory lane for the second time of the night. He's got a good run up on Caden Dietrich. Ooh. Oh, I reckon. Yeah, we're gonna have to go back and see how that one happened, Luke. I'm trying to get reads on different POVs and see what we're looking at, but I don't know. I don't even know where to start, to be honest with you. Yeah, check Rocky Boyd. No, that is it? Yeah, and Luke, you gotta wonder, was that incident towards the back just cause of a checkup? Or were they completely different things? Let's go back and take a look at the 22 once again. I can put in Steinbach and see what happens there. Yeah. Yeah, and Tim White staying out on a little bit of strategy here. I think he's going to be leading the field now. Luke, your mic is muted.
Gotta be kidding me. I don't know for how long. Don't think it was for too long, though. Yeah, Tim E. White here. Maybe on a bit of a different strategy here than the rest of the guys. What do you think about the Xfinity cars?
I like them.
Yeah, me too. They take a lot of bump draft pretty easy. At least in my experience, compared to some of the other ones.
Yeah, looks like your mic was muted for about 7 minutes, so...
That's not
Good going. Good going, Luke.
Thanks, Kevin. Can't quite remember what I muted myself for, but...
Probably nothing important.
Nope, probably nothing important. Either way. So that's a pretty cool looking scheme there for Tim White. I think that's their football scheme, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Against the Vikings, right? And the 239?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's going to be, who is that out there?
That's Tim White. That's Tim White.
Tim White?
The guy that stayed out, yeah.
Yeah, he was in the, Ride the Lightning car truck last race, so... He's definitely got, some interesting schemes.
Yeah, definitely, I'd say a pair of decent looking schemes. Nonetheless, just taking a look here, he is currently our lowest ranked iRating driver in the lobby right now, but nonetheless, he's going to be leading us off this restart out here and seeing what he can do up there in the front mix with these guys. A couple of the other guys up there among him are going to be Freddie Bassnez, Rocky Boyd, Caden Diedrich, Trevor Azranoff, and Garrett Maines all running up there. Garrett Maines, one of the highest rated iRating drivers of the night right now. He's sitting at an 8,859 compared to Tim White's 970. It's definitely a difference in the iRating, like Jimmy was saying earlier at the end of our last one. But I personally think the diverse field makes it interesting.
Oh,
you never know what's going to happen. They're rounding through the turns out here, and we're going to be getting ready to go green out here this time. You want to take this one, Kevin?
Yeah, sure. It's going to be the command of Tim White here. Freddie Bassnez is going to be on his outside. Pace cars swinging in. Ready to go green flag racing for the second time tonight. In this race, at least. We had a very exciting race in the trucks, but it's Xfinity time now, and they are inching towards the Geico restart zone. We're ready to go racing. They're ready to go racing. Fans are on their feet, and we are green. Green flag racing out here. Tim White on the inside. A good jump for him. Really got a lot more speed that time than the outside got. He's clear, but nobody's clear behind him. He's going to stick it to the bottom. Out in front of Rocky Boyd. Inside line's moving.
They're catching up. A couple of guys on the outside look like they filed in onto that inside line. Everyone's just trying to get their, get rearranged, get in their spot there off the restart, get in a good position. And it looks like it's going to be 2 file wide most of the way through. Some of the guys in the back a little broken up, but as of right now, I'm only reading one vehicle a lap down. It's going to be Christopher Carter. So there's 27 cars on the lead lap right now. Tim White here, I think he's going to have a lap led here around.
Yeah, and he's able to keep it in his favor
Oh
on the inside. Oh, and Rocky Boyd punting somebody out of his way.
A little bit of a bouncy transition there. I didn't really get the best look at it, but it looked like maybe a little bit of a bouncy transfer, maybe an awkward bump or something. I didn't get the best look at it, but nonetheless, Tim White still leading on the inside line. Diedrich and Falkingham now running up there near the front. Daniel Falkingham right now leading the lead.
We were 4 wide there for a second. We're back to 3, but these guys are definitely starting to race a little bit more.
And they are, and Daniel Falkingham was leading there for a minute on that outside line. Tim White there transferring around the lines, and Tim!
Oh!
He's in the grass! He was moving around between the lines, and he's spinning out around the grass into the pit lane exit.
Yeah. Everyone else, I want to keep it pretty straight there and keep it out of trouble.
We're still green, and I believe Tim elected to take the pit. No, he didn't. He showed he was in the pit there for a minute, but
Maybe unintentionally in the pit.
yeah.
How about Garrett Maines and Daniel Falkingham now 1-2? That's a very
Scary.
aggressive group of guys.
I'll say that's a very, very scary front two to try to pass. That's easily the two highest ranked I rating drivers in the lobby right now, both sitting above that 8,000 threshold. Definitely the guys to beat out here if you're one of the lower running guys out here to prove some points, you know. We're seeing
No doubt. Garrett Maines comes up.
Sorry, go ahead.
Garrett, I was just going to say, Garrett Maines comes up in front of Daniel Falkingham, so they're going to work together some. That's going to give the inside to Caden Diedrich.
And they're 3 wide now. And I was just looking around while you were talking there. Just maybe one of the other lower-rated guys here in this top 10. Joey Allen. He's sitting in I think he's riding that inside line, if I'm not mistaken. No, he's running the sandwich line right there. He is right in the middle.
Yeah, and that's a ballsy move, running the sandwich line at any races like this. So good on him for putting it there and showing out for us low I rating racers.
Maybe trying to prove a point out here. We saw a little bit of 4 wide back there for a minute, Kevin, and we saw it last race, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it a little bit more this race. But Garrett Maines and Falkingham still leading the first 2 lines, and Caden Diedrich on that 3rd line. And I believe we're seeing that 4th line.
Caden Diedrich is actually behind the 1st line.
Sorry, Freddie on the 3rd.
Basina's on the 3rd line, correct.
That's right, that's right.
He's really made that 3rd line work tonight. That's a few times we've seen him.
Ooh, they're splitting.
Oh, Rocky
the 16
Boyd goes
sideways. Rocky's spinning, and we're wrecking in the back. We're seeing some wrecking right now.
Dodging some hoods.
Oh, boy. Joshua McCullough involved. I'm seeing Quentin Steinbach, I believe. We're going to go back and watch that one. I know it happened, and I know Rocky Boyd was involved there. We'll go back and maybe watch from his overhead, maybe. See him riding that 3rd line. I think he took a bit of a bump there. I think he decided to go up to that 4th line. Kyler's tried to split him and go down low, and oh, wait a minute. Was that some netcode? So he makes the transfer. Oh, yeah, I think it's netcode.
There was some netcode there. I don't know if it would have mattered. It kind of looked like Rocky was coming down, but I could be wrong there. I mean, he could have just been, swerving a little bit, but definitely some netcode involved in that one.
Yeah, either way, unfortunate for all those involved.
Yeah, no doubt. Garrett Maines, though, going to be leading as they go into the pits. He comes in, Falkingham comes in, Diedrich and Nagels.
Whoa! We just saw somebody stay out. Trevor Asranoff. A little bit of a cut across the grass there. Him and Cody.
That's not Cody, I don't believe.
It is Cody out there.
Really?
Yep.
I thought I saw him. Okay, I thought I saw him go in. Maybe it ready went in because cut it so close.
And leading out of pit road, it's going to be Garrett Maines and Falkingham behind him on that group that just took the pits. But Cody Nagels and Trevor Asmanoff maybe running a little different strategy out here. Just 23 laps to go right now, and we still got a little bit of pacing left to do before we get back to racing. I guess while we got a minute out here, Kevin, we got anything coming up out here in terms of ninth gear we need to talk about or anything while we're sitting here pacing?
Yeah, and I'll get to what races we have coming up in the future after the broadcast, but we have some schemes coming out for their trucks. We're gonna be announcing soon, and then I'm also gonna post our Discord's link I'm trying to get.
Either way, some exciting stuff coming out here for ninth gear here before too long. Yeah, what's going on, Devin? Yeah, it is a late night. We're staying awake. But they're keeping it exciting out here. They're keeping us on our toes. Cody's going to be leading this thing out here off this restart with Trevor on his outside. Garrett Maines and Daniel Falkingham on that second row. As Kevin said, the link to the Discord there in the chat right now for anyone that's not in it already. Be going green this next time by. It's going to be 21 laps to go when we end up going green out here. Take a look at when they last pit. Cody and Trevor last pit lap 7. Oh, and they're 3 wide pacing around. Baskin's up there.
Given the pace car some business.
And I'm just... That's beautiful. Good old 3 wide pacing.
That's the American way.
My favorite. Oh, Kevin. Devin said he didn't see the
Oh, I know.
Discord link. You want to give him a couple more?
Just in case you missed it.
There you go, Devin.
You're welcome.
Watch him still not be it. Either way.
I don't think he...
Yep, that would be Kevin.
Pacing around my work. 2 cautions deep. About 16 laps deep. Hey Lisa, how you doing? And I mean, we're looking at a caution every 8 laps, which isn't bad. It just almost seems like they've both been pretty avoidable. So, here's to tightening it up, but pace car's in. You can take this one, Luke.
And we're getting ready to go green out here this time by. I believe we're, 21 laps to go out here with the Masters of the High Banks. We are going green. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Ladies and gentlemen, we are green out here once again at Talladega. Tim E. White here back in P20 after that incident earlier. He's still on the lead lap though. He's still got a lot of time to work out here. We got 21 laps to go out here. we're already seeing that third line developing, Kevin. I think that's Kyler Wynn leading that, I think, right now. You guys, very many guys want to do it. Yeah, that's not Kyler. That's Steven Scott.
Cody's clear all the way around, though, and he's got a pretty good lead. But here comes that inside line. It's going to be Garrett Maines, pushed by Diedrich. They got a lot of speed going for that. Yeah. Yeah, Freddie Vasquez is, swarmed by that third line so far in this one.
Maybe Cody trying to recreate a little bit of previous race success. He's running that middle line right now on the lead.
Third line's got some cars now. Look, they're up to 5. It's not as strong as 1 and 2, but definitely enough to get some speed. Oh, a couple of those guys are trying to.
They get split. It looks like they might be taking a lot of fourth line possibly, but pile back in.
Yeah, I think that was definitely the thought process there for a second.
Ooh,
Freddie Vasquez
barely clear.
Ooh, yeah, definitely
man.
a tight one.
Probably would be shitting myself if I was able in that situation.
Yeah, that third line really seems to be where the speed's at, though, because here comes Kyler Wynn. He's gonna get he isn't gonna get a lead quite yet, but got right up there, inches away from the lead. Just from working that third line.
Split a little more now, and they're 4 wide on I believe that's about the third line maybe back.
Yeah, and they only have 2 cars up there, so they're doing what they can. Doesn't seem like anybody's wanting to go with them.
They're losing speed compared to that third line.
They are going to be in third line here soon, I'd imagine. They're going to find anywhere they can to settle back in.
Tyler Wynn leading that third line. Garrett Maines leading the inside line. He's your race leader. Bites the dust.
Oh well. Gotta stay awake somehow. Garrett Maines in the lead on the inside, with Diedrich pushing him. Freddie Vasquez working that second line. He's been up front all day. Ooh, and a big transfer for Trevor Aspinoff. A risky one right out in front of Kyler Wynn, and it pays off because they are moving now.
Oh yeah, we also saw a bit of a choppy bump there on the exit of turn 2 for Garrett Maines. He got a little squirrely there, but we're still agreeing. They're holding it together. Definitely some scary transfers, but these guys know what they're doing. Splitting a little bit. Cody now hopping onto that lead of that third line now. Trevor behind him. I know they were running that similar pit strategy. They were around to be working together, and they're starting to get some speed getting ready to go into turn 1. And Lisa Tyler is currently running back in the back of the third line right now. He's running in the back of the third line, it seems, in P19. P20. 16 laps to go. We still got a lot of ground to make up. A lot of time. These guys really do seem to have settled into that 3-wide racing out here for the most part of this race. They've got it under control. And we've seen the occasional split to 4-wide, but they've handled it well. And stayed pretty clean out here so far tonight, Kevin. And even Diedrich right now, your race leader on the inside line right now, and he's getting his first taste of the lead out here tonight.
Yeah, and he's been riding right up front on that inside line, staying true to it all day. About almost, or yeah, we're over halfway through this race, and you know, you gotta wonder when these guys are really gonna start pushing the limits of these cars. And I don't think we've seen the fourth line for the last time tonight, Luke.
No, I don't think so. We saw it a lot in the previous race, and it looked very, very clean when we didn't see it. So I imagine we'll probably get a little bit more of that going out here with a little bit larger of a field, I would say. And that third line has got speed. They are flying going down the back straightaway.
And Dietrich's not working the second line. He falls off that inside line that he's like so well. But how about Steven Miles? He's up here now. He's into the mix. And he has a lead.
I'll tell you what's very, very confusing there. Steven Miles right now reads as a number 24. So does Aiden Dietrich. Steven Miles' number for us reads 28. I just love our UI
Yep.
and everything about iRacing.
Absolutely. But Caden Dietrich is going to drop back down in front of Steven Miles. Garrett Mays is going to stay up on the second line, and that seems to be where a lot of the speed is right now. Mains drops in to the bottom. Here comes the fourth line. Cody picks it up. And you know, look, when you're in these cars, it feels like you got a lot less room than you do. It feels like you're on a wire. I mean, we go back to overhead. They got a few feet between each other. It don't feel like that.
No, sir, not much room at all. Maybe a little bit of blink in there, I think. Cody. Uh-oh. We might be seeing some blinking from Cody.
Oh boy. Yeah, I don't exactly see him on the track.
Not seeing him. What happened? Not getting a read on him at all.
Wow. Maybe some internet issues for Cody.
Oh no. Well, I mean, we were watching this onboard there right up until it happened. Well, hope maybe if he's trying to get reconnected, it gets him back in here, but if not, that is very, very unfortunate for him. He's running really well in this first race, looking really promising in this one. As we're approaching 10 laps to go out here this time by, and the fans are on their feet. They're getting excited. The laps are starting to wind down, Kevin.
Yeah, no doubt. Caden Dietrich's working that second line, and it's working right now. But I mean, he's got Falkingham, Bassinet, Garrett Mains, Steven Miles all behind him, so it's not going to be an easy task to hold those guys off. Three wide, with fourth line maybe starting a little bit back there towards the back with Kyler Wynn.
Oh yeah, it's looming. They're thinking about it. They're trying to get something going. 9 laps to go out here, Kevin. We're down to single digits. that. Freddie
Yeah.
Bassinet is dropping to the outside line. Get picked up there, and oh, I knew that was going to happen. They're getting squirrely, and they're wrecking in the back. Oh! A hard hit there for Joshua McCullough. Damn, and they're still wrecking out.
Oh, what did I miss, Luke?
Oh, you missed a wreck, Kevin.
Well, I left for 1 second to ask Cody if it was an internet-related issue, but got that cleared up. It was an internet-related issue that kicked him from the server, so...
Gotcha. Well,
Fill me in.
I'll let you go and watch it here, because I'm about to... Well, I can pretty much show you what happened here. So Freddie Bassinet is running that third line, right? We're going to switch the swap to the overhead here. He's running lead to third now, okay? I think he gets a little bit of an awkward push there at the exit of turn 2 and slides up there to that fourth line. Look how fast that
Here
fourth
comes
line is.
Kyler
See how
Wynn, like
fast.
Jaws.
They all get stuffed up accordion. They get squirrely, and then obviously that collects behind them.
Oh, wow.
And we'll go back just a little bit there. We saw Joshua McCullough trying to shoot that gap. He's trying to make up spots. He's trying to make up time. It's go time. We're down to like 8 laps, and he takes a hard hit. No doubt some damage to his vehicle there on that one. And see the 14 take a shot there at the end as well. That, I believe, is Rocky Boyd, actually.
Take a look at Tyler Vickery and see if he made it through. We got some Vickery fans in the chat. Oh, he was right there behind it. Let's take a look at his onboard. It looked, you know, from what we just saw on the reverse that he is through, but...
Ooh, boy.
Ooh. Got through by the skin of his teeth, Luke.
By the hair of his chinny chin chin. He's now up into P15 now as we go back live here once again. Looking in at the tower, we're seeing about... I mean, I'm seeing a good chunk of cars in the pits still making their way out. But some good transfers for the guys who made it through, and some unfortunate luck there for the drivers involved in that incident.
I think we're gonna be 5 to go when we go green here, though. Luke, and it's gonna be Dietrich, Maines, Miles, Foggingham, and Kilday as your top 5. Freddie Bassinet's fallen back to P8, whereas he was running up in the top 3, top 5. But he likes that third line, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him, you know, one of those first cars to branch out there once we go green.
And it's tough to see what these guys do out here. We saw that fourth line situation there get a little hairy. I feel like we just haven't seen those issues in that first race. I think once they get this thing rolling once again here, I mean, we're already in that go time situation, so I feel like they're going to either get it going quick or not at all. But it's really going to be tough to see and see what they do out here. We see a couple of the guys running down, maybe doing a little bit of fuel saving. Remember, Trevor Asranoff, last pit on lap 7, I think so did Cody, who is now a lap down, it shows. He pit on lap 27 now, actually, sorry. But he shows the...
Who are we talking about?
Cody. He's driving again. He's on the field.
Huh.
Shows the lap down now.
What, only 1 lap down?
I believe so. Let me see. It's
2.
slowing him down. 2? Yep, 2.
I mean, still
Hey,
not bad.
the fact that he's in this race still is not bad.
And I mean, that's just kind of what sets him apart from a lot of these drivers. A lot of these guys would probably, you know, pack it up, throw in the towel, and catch some Z's with it being, what, 1 in the morning. But he wants to get out here. He knows he's not in a good spot to, you know, place in this race, but he wants to get out here and get some practice in, and he's right back out on the track.
And let it be known, anything can happen out here.
That's true. We've seen crazier things.
He is the lead lap car, so I mean, if anything were to happen, he would be the lucky dog candidate as it stands.
Well, it would have to be twice, though.
Exactly, but just saying, gotta stay optimistic out here.
Regardless, we're going to be going green this time by to make it an even 5 to go. Once we go green, and we have 24 cars on the lead lap.
That's been an exciting one out here, Kevin, so far, and I gotta say, I'm a big fan of these Xfinity cars. They draft really well, and I mean, if you get enough cars going on a line, you can really get a good shot going. And from at least my experience, I feel like the netcode is more at a minimum compared to some of the other vehicles out there, but I am a big fan of these Xfinity cars, I can't lie. Vickery taking blame for that one, it seems.
Pace car is in. It's going to be Dietrich on the outside, Garrett Maines on the inside with 5 to go. They're coming around the tri-oval to the Geico Restart Zone, and we are green flag racing out here at Talladega for what could be the last time of the night.
And we're wrecking right off the restart.
Oh! 2 cars involved right off the restart, and it's going to be the 29 of,
Josh
I think, Josh McCullough.
And that's all
Beats
I'm
me to
reading.
hell.
I don't know. Beats me to hell. We're green out here. Still green flag racing, and they're starting that third line early, Kevin. 5 laps to go.
Daniel Falkingham. I apologize. That's actually Trevor Rasmunoff up there in a different orange car on that top line. I mean, it's got some speed.
Beats me to hell.
Yep. Dietrich on the second line, though. He drops in front of Garrett Maines. That's going to open the window for Daniel Falkingham on the second line. Third line hasn't gone away, though. Yeah, I mean, we still got 3 cars.
Laps to go here, Kevin. The laps are ticking down. These guys got to make their decisions, and they got to get ready to make them soon. A little bit of bumping going on between that second and third line. They're running each other tight, trying to suck off as much side drafts as they can. Slow each other down in this back straightaway. A couple drops down there, and that's going to strand the 45 of Sean Corbett. We see him in his classic checkered flag scheme, I believe, with some flames on there. This is some beautiful 3-wide racing out here, but we've seen a continuous amount of 3-wide racing out here for good stretches out here, and even some 4-wide racing out here. The Masters of the High Banks.
Yeah, and how about Nathan Harper? We haven't talked about him too much, but he's made his way into the lead now. When I say that, Daniel Falkingham, a huge run on the second line, pushed by Sean Corbett.
You know, Harper had a promising run last race, Kevin. I would have put him in a top 5, top 10 situation there the whole race, but it just didn't pan out for him there near the end.
Yeah, but we got looking at 2 laps to go here as we cross the line. Daniel Falkingham in control on the second line.
He's got speed though.
Ooh, and they're getting loose back towards the back. They're 4 wide.
Bumping around a little
Rocky
bit.
Boy goes up into the wall a little bit. He saves it.
That's not the first time that's happened to him tonight. No doubt
No,
he's
it
probably
isn't.
used that fast repair. He's still in the draft. He's still up to speed with them. He's just near the back there. It's white flag this time by, though.
And they make it there.
We'll have to see. Still 3 wide out here. They're getting swirly near the back.
Ooh.
Still holding it together. Will they get across the finish line?
And
White flag's ready.
white flag is
It's
in the air. Daniel Falkingham on the inside of Nathan Harper. Harper's trying to side draft as much as he can. They're 2x2 all the way through. Third line is trying to make something happen, but they're not getting any speed. Here it comes. More cars go up top. And that's going to be led by the 26 car of Gray and Garrett Maines, and they've got a lot of speed up there. That top line is moving. Garrett Maines to the top.
More wide
and
back
he's
there.
got a ton of
the
speed
11 and
up
the 45,
top.
they're bumping. That's going to slow the rest of those guys down back there. It's going to strand the third line completely.
Maines is going to drop into that second line. And here we come across the tri-oval. This could be anybody's race. Dietrich, Falkingham.
They're bumping around all over. I think it's going to be a Dietrich win. And it is.
Aiden Dietrich. Whew.
And oh boy. What an exciting end of the race, Kevin. I mean, every time out here with the Masters of the High Banks, it seems like it's always a nail-biter there for the finish.
Yeah.
And what a win for Caden Dietrich. I mean, Kevin, what a pair of races on the night tonight. I mean, they weren't two back-to-back races. We had a decent intermission there, and they still managed to show out here on this second race in the Xfinity cars. Caden's got to be happy with that win, no doubt. As we're waiting for the official results to roll through here. It's showing the win, obviously, going to Caden Dietrich. P2, Daniel Falkingham. 3, Adam Kilday. P4, Wyatt Gray. 5, Stephen Miles. And I believe, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin, that would round out our money line, I believe. Some victory shitties there for Caden Dietrich. There, Kevin?
Yep. Just trying to pull up some replays and get the interviews ready.
We'll go back and maybe watch a replay of that finish here real quick. Seemed like that second and third line got shuffled around too much. That didn't give much pushing momentum to Falkingham there near right at the very end. Actually, all the lines kind of fell apart there near the end. Either way, always an exciting ending to the race out here. Adam Kilday going for a little bit of a whirl at the end there.
And we got our race winner, Caden Dietrich, ready for an interview, so I think I'm going to start with him.
Yeah, bring him on in here. He's still doing the shitties out there. Oh, just ended him.
Hey, Caden, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Oh yeah, loud and clear, man.
Hey, man, how about that win? That was we had a blast that race. I mean, you guys were super tight. It seemed like you specifically kind of held it to the inside line and stayed true to it throughout, and it rewarded you in the end. You want to talk us through how those Xfinity cars felt?
Yeah, so to be honest, for the longest time, I have not liked this car. This has been one of my least favorite cars. But oh man, you get in the field with these experienced guys. This is just so much fun. It's just takes the brains and everything, takes like the thought process of everything. On the final restart there, had the lead, chose top, got clear G main, so I came down in front of him on the bottom, and then we just wouldn't go anyway. I don't really understand it, but we just kind of got parked on the bottom. So that was kind of unfortunate, which then allowed a bunch of guys to clear. I could not cool to save my life. Coming in the tri-oval, I had, or out of 4, my water temp was 275. So Dan going up helped a ton. And then when I'm looking back at it now, when Dan went up to block Garrett, it slowed both of their momentum down, which allowed me to get the push from the bottom and win the race. So It's a great race. I appreciate the hosts from Jimmy and the broadcast from you guys. I'll have to go watch it back. I believe this is my second win already, so
Yeah,
it's always a good thing to come here and talk to you guys after a race. It's a lot of fun.
absolutely. Yeah, and you've ever since you've been in these races, it seems like you've been to an extent dominating them. I want to say 2 wins so far, and definitely some places outside of that were pretty impressive. So congratulations on getting it done out here tonight in the Xfinity cars. I gotta agree, it did seem like these cars maybe showed more of a gap as far as skill goes. We saw a lot of those big name players up front throughout the majority of the race, which is always making for some good racing. So we appreciate the interview. Anyone like to shout out before we get you out of here?
ERS Racing, KD24, Twitch again on the car, same thing as before. And you guys on the broadcast for putting this up. Jimmy Crow for hosting these races. These are a lot of fun. Love the ability to hop in. It's a great time. I have to be up in 5 hours, so I'm gonna get myself to bed. But I appreciate the broadcast
Likewise.
and everything. So it was a
Hey,
good race.
absolutely.
But thank you guys. It was fun. I'll have to watch back that broadcast, but it was great.
All right, we appreciate it, Ken. Congratulations.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks. That's Caden Diedrich getting it done out here in the Xfinity cars. Let's get Daniel Falkingham over here. He got P2, I do believe. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Yep, he got P2.
Hey Dan, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Fellas, how we doing?
Good, how you doing, man? That was a hell of a race. It really seemed like it was the more skilled guys running up front throughout the race as far as who we usually see cashing out here. I know we just talked to Caden and he kind of brought that up that when you get the right guys up front, it's some of the best racing you're gonna see. And you guys had a great run there. You had it on the front row there at the end, and it seemed like going up and kind of the block on mains almost slowed your momentum a little bit. You talk me through how that last restart felt.
Yeah, I think I did everything right. It's just I went up to go block Garrett because I knew Garrett had fresh temps. I knew Caden was probably like burning up behind me. So like if I don't go up and block, I lose the race because Caden's gonna be probably blowing up behind me. So I lose all my push, lose all my moment, I lose the race on the bottom. So if I was gonna win, that was the only way I was gonna win the race is to go up and block Garrett. And unfortunately, like we hit in a way where he got nudged out of line, and that put Wyatt behind me, and that lost me my push anyway, and that allowed Caden to get around me and win. So I was in a lose-lose situation. The only way I was going to win was do that move, which I would do 100 times over. And I know Garrett was probably trying to pop to the outside and make a 3 wide, move to the line because he had a lot of help from Trevor there coming to the line as well. So just unforeseen circumstances, unfortunately, just didn't fall our way. But thankfully, we had a better finish to this one than we did the previous race a couple hours ago. So we'll take it. But I really wish we were in victory lane. But glad Caden get the win there. I was finishing 1-2 there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you hit the nail on the head. We talked to Caden. He was running 275 there before you went high, so he was definitely hot, and unfortunate that you and Garrett's cars didn't link up the way you might have anticipated it to, but you can't be upset about a P2 out here, especially in these Xfinity cars, and you know, you got the momentum now. You got I don't got to talk about momentum to you though. You kind of know what you're doing out here, and you're talking to us a lot, Dan.
Yeah, it's as long as we're talking to you guys at the end of these races, it's always a good thing. But yeah, these B cars, I don't know why. Like, this is the car I dislike the most, but actually it's probably the second most I dislike outside the truck. But yeah, I don't know, just something about this car, just the way like temperatures and just the way I just feel like a gridlock. Yes, we go 3 and 4 wide, but it's got that gridlock feel to it. It's really hard to do anything. So I don't know. That's just mine. Everyone has a different opinion. A lot of people love it. Some people don't like it. I'm just one of those guys that really just doesn't enjoy it. But that's just me. Just I know everyone has their own opinions, but I mean we're doing something right at the end of these races if we're finishing up there in these things. So yeah, hopefully we can keep it rolling for whatever we go next.
Yeah, absolutely, and hopefully we'll be able to talk to you again because it's always a good time. Congratulations on getting a P2 out here, Daniel, and anyone like to shout out before we get you out of here?
But yeah, I just got to shout out Jimmy for putting this stuff on. He always invites me into these races, and they put on a pretty good time. Most of the times, we put on the best shows of the week. So appreciate Jimmy for all he does, putting this stuff on for us almost every single night of the week as well, too. So he loves doing this stuff. So thanks to him. Thanks to all the admins for putting up with us, putting on the show that they do. Shout out to Garrett, Nathan, Wyatt, and all those guys I was working with. Like I said, I kind of hosed Garrett there at the end, but I do that move 100 times over. But glad we could all work well to at least give us a shot to win. Shout out to you guys broadcasting. Love you guys broadcasting all that we do as well. And shout out to everyone watching.
Hey, we appreciate it, and congratulations.
All right, thanks, fellas.
Thanks. That was Daniel Falkingham getting it done. Always very insightful, and we appreciate that. So we're gonna get Adam Kilday in now. He got P3. I'm watching it back. It was. I'm sure. I mean, he probably needs a new pair of shorts because that last lap was chaotic for him. So I'm gonna get him over and talk to him. Hey, Adam, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Hey, man, how about that race? I was just telling Luke that looking back on it, you might need a fresh pair of shorts or something. After that final lap, you stayed true behind Caden, and it seemed like cars were just kind of flying there across the tri-oval. You want to talk us through how that last lap felt?
Yeah, well, I'll say I probably didn't get the prettiest restart at the end, but I don't know. It's just we managed to make our way back from that uh on the final lap and ended up in a position to where I was behind the lead car on the bottom. So yeah, in turn 4, I was already red overheating, and I was like, probably not lifting for nothing, coming through the tri-oval, so I just laid in it and hoped it didn't blow up, so which it didn't. Um, the car ended up going left right before the line, and I thought that might have screwed out the one guy in front of me out of the win, but it ended up working out, and so yeah, we pushed the guy to a win, got the bonus. Super cool, dude.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was a good run for you and a great finish to that run. We talked to some of the other guys about what they thought of the Xfinity cars out here. We heard some mixed opinions. What do you think? Are you a fan of them, or would you want to see something else?
Um, I kind of like the way these ones drive. I don't know if it's like a custom set they're running with this car, but I think it's a combination of like the weather they do, the setup that's on this car. It kind of goes together well to bring out like a good B car super speedway race. So I think they managed to just overall drive better at Dega over Daytona in a way, but uh I don't know. It's probably my opinion on that part, but yeah, they're not too bad. I don't know if I'd prefer these or the trucks. They're kind of even for me at this point. There was a moment a while back where I wasn't too comfortable with the B car and I was more comfortable in the truck, but the B car is kind of slowly making its way on me after I've been running it more in a different league this past year. So yeah, I don't mind the Xfinity car at all.
Yeah, absolutely, and it showed out here tonight with you getting a top 3 in it. Uh, we appreciate the interview and congratulations on the success out here. Got some extra cash going into the weekend. Anyone like to shout out before we get you out of here?
Heck yeah, I'll definitely shout out to the Jack Shack boys. Probably the first time I'm uh ever able to shout these guys out in one of these interviews. So they're a super good, a cool group of guys in that team, and I probably wouldn't be running with anyone else out there besides those dudes. So it's much appreciative of them letting me hang out in the Discord whenever the case may be, and yeah, and then we'll do a shout out to the broadcast here and you guys commentating the race, 2 races actually, this race and the one before. So appreciate y'all's time on that. And shout out to the winner Caden and shout out to all the drivers for putting on a pretty darn good show for race 1 and race 2. So heck yeah.
Yeah, and I can agree to that. Shout out to all the drivers for giving us a show and keeping us awake. We appreciate it, Adam, and congratulations.
Awesome. Appreciate it, dude.
That was Adam Kilday getting a top 3 out here after staying true to his line there at the last lap. Luke, what'd you think of that race?
Well, I mean, Kevin, as I said before, and I'll say it again, I personally like the Xfinity cars. It's always mixed opinions out here on these cars, but I personally like them, and Talladega is my favorite track. And the Masters of the High Banks here, they always put on a good show out here, and I always had a blast out here, and I always will. And I know we got some upcoming stuff, Kevin. What do we got going on out here, upcoming here with Ninth Gear?
Yeah, we got we're taking tomorrow off. We got some family just some need a personal day, and then Monday we're going to maybe do the Crow. We haven't really talked about it. He was floating out the idea of Mondays or Tuesdays. And then R&R, we might be back Wednesday. That's still on the fence, but we are coming back in the future with them. And then Friday we got R&R Super Series. They took this week off, but I think that's how this next week's gonna shape out. A lot of maybes, Luke.
Yeah, and as soon as we get all that information in place and set in stone, we'll be sure to get the broadcast scheduled on YouTube and stuff like that. So just be tuned into the scheduled lives and stuff. And other than that, I think
I'm
that's about
gonna
all.
real
You
quick
got
before
anything,
we
Kevin?
close it out. I'm gonna go see if Jimmy wants an interview.
Sure. See if the Crow wants the interview.
I
What's the
think
word?
we are going to get one.
All right.
He said give us a minute, so just we also have the schemes coming up for the Memorial Day race with CMS. Um, I'll link that Discord to our chat as well. If anybody's looking for a free, fun Truck Series league, go check out CMS Racing on Discord. And then the Truck Series is run by Tim Collier, so that's a blast every week. Just like shouting that one out because that's a good time. Hey Jimmy.
Hey guys, man, that net code was rough tonight, man. We're gonna have to get rid of this, man. We had Chris Welker intentionally wreck Kyler under caution. He's done. He's banned. He's another hater now. He's hating me. First he loved me. Now he hates because he done something stupid. Them guys shouldn't even have been close to one another. Under caution. Guy was just telling me, well, we do that in other people's races. Well, I'm not other people's races. That's why promoters are trying to clean their shit up, and I'm not. Because I don't tolerate that stuff over here. Don't think you're going to get away with the same crap over there and do that. I got a backbone. I'm a promoter. I don't give a shit if I host a race or not. I'm going to do the right thing. So I was happy the first one. Hell, I knew once Kenny Reel's toxic ass joined my race, I knew it was going to be shit. He was bitching about us yesterday and then comes and wants to race my shit. I'm tired of that shit too, man. Add them to the hater list. They can hate on me all they want. But yeah, other than that, man, it's night. Hell, 29 driver turnout. Late race. I mean, Mike don't consider us a real promotion, but fuck, we're doing pretty good, and I like our race. So it's what it is.
Absolutely.
But if these promoters really seriously want to clean their shit up, they need to start getting rid of these toxic guys. They always want to say it's Malik and Kyler, but there's a lot of toxic guys in this shit not named Malik and Kyler. And so, yeah, that shit can't slide, man. I don't let that shit slide. I got a backbone. That's up to them if they want to tolerate that in their shit. And then when they have a shit show and they're wondering why they got shit shows, I mean, come on, man. But anyway, I appreciate everybody racing. I like Chris, man. I was friends with him. I don't know why he did that, but hey, man, hey, wish him nothing but the best. Add him to the hater list. But yeah, man. But it was overall good night of racing, man. That first race still was good. We had a lot of net code this one, man. But I'll let y'all ask some questions.
Yeah, and I was just gonna we talked about the netcode a little. I was just gonna say the racing up front, not only in this race but both races tonight, was spectacular. I mean, gave us some good content, some of the longest 3-4 wide runs we've seen in a while. So, just trying to continue that trend as far as the future races goes.
Yeah, it's sad, man. Y'all know me. Y'all know I care more about the racing than anybody. I care about everybody having a good time in my server, man. That's all I care about. And guys want to come and do dumbass shit and stuff, man. I don't understand that. I am all for the drivers. I don't try and screw the drivers over. Everything in my interest is for the drivers to have the best. People are bitching because I coach people up during my race. Well, I'm trying to have good race. they don't like how I run a room. I mean, behind the scenes, guys say they love how I run a room, but you know how that goes. No one gives me my flowers. Like that last race, y'all been on iRacing. Had any other promotion had what we had this first race, it would have been a big celebration in their Discord. They'd have been falling at the feet of the promoter, kissing his ass. Man, come on, get out of here with that, man. I'm Jimmy Crow, and you know what I'm sizzling. And it's just crazy. But hey, it gets greater later for all them haters. I hate that I added 2 more to the list, man. I really did like them guys, but I appreciate all the guys racing, all their effort. I hate iRacing in the netcode, man. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not a good interview, guys, man. But I just
No,
hate that happened, man. Lost some good friends tonight, but hey, that's what you do when you have a backbone as a promoter, man. You lose friends, man. They come and go. I just wish guys would think what they do elsewhere don't fly here. It don't. Don't bring that up. I've been like that for 7 years. You can ask guys that have raced with me. Just because they let you intent wreck over there and bump people under caution, don't bring that over here, man. It's just, I'm sorry, guys. Y'all had to call that race.
no, we had a good time, and as far as the up front running was going, we were very pleased with how it went. I know as a promoter, you got to look at some more stuff than we do. It's a lot more in depth as far as
Yep.
controlling a 29 car field as opposed to just the leaders. But
Yeah,
we had
I
a good
mean,
time, and we appreciate you having us.
yeah, and I know RC James is always under a lot of scrutiny, and I ain't asking guys to take it easy on him, but just like y'all, just like him, man, they scale back their pay with with how many drivers we have, and and he does that thinking of the drivers. He can be greedy as hell, say, "No, I want X amount of dollars, no matter what." No, he don't care about that. He's in it with me to provide good racing for the drivers. So I appreciate him. Hey, he don't give a shit about the haters too, man. Hey, they got something they can sit on and rotate, and we're gonna chill and keep having good race.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're excited for wherever the next one lands, and hopefully we can be a part of it too. Because
Oh yeah, hey, if y'all ain't busy after Kenny's tomorrow night, we're gonna get it on late night money. We're gonna go make us a little trip to Daytona, man. I'd love to get some Port White at Daytona, man. That would be really nice if we could pull that off. But yeah, I just hate it, man. Like I say, lost some good friends tonight over stupid shit, man. I just wish they would have kept that beef and all that over in somebody else's shit show or whatever they call it, man. I don't know, man. I don't understand, guys. I really don't. But
yeah,
I got to get out of here, get guys paid, man. I take pride in getting guys paid as quickly as possible, man. But yeah, appreciate everybody, man. Appreciate ninth year, man. I wasn't a good interview tonight because it's just I don't understand. Yeah, take care, brothers.
hey, take care, Jimmy. We appreciate the interview.
Yeah, appreciate it.
That was Jimmy Crow, Luke, and it was definitely a fun race. From our perspective, I know it gets stressful from the promoter's perspective, especially when there's some off-screen discrepancies going on. But as far as our broadcast went, it was a good one. Just looking at those top 10 finishers, it was a tight one.
Oh yeah, well, like you said, the promoters obviously got a lot more things to look at than we do. They got to deal with EOLs and all sorts of other rules and stuff like that we just completely skim over and just like to yell about the wrecking. So we definitely have a different perspective on it. But from our end, like you said, it was an absolute blast on our end, and maybe some more exciting stuff coming out here with the Masters of the High Banks with Jimmy. And I know we got some other exciting stuff coming up here later on this upcoming week. And I think that's going to about do it out here for Ninth Gear Broadcasting. We will see you guys all in the next one. Good night, race fans.